Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl Sugar and I back with the Need Some Sugar podcast. And guess what I came back to talk about? Did y'all see Jocelyn and Big Lex fighting at the Mayweather fight? Did y'all see that? I hope y'all saw it. And if y'all haven't, go watch it and then come back to this episode because that's what I'm about to talk about. Y'all ready? Because I am. All right. So as y'all know, Jocelyn Hernandez is baby mama slash former wife, not wife, ex fiance, girlfriend, prostitute of Stevie J. Arch nemesis of Mimi Frost. Faust. No, there's no R in there. And Zeus Network's own Jocelyn's Cabaret creative director and showrunner. Y'all know Jocelyn Hernandez. And listen, I love Jocelyn. Listen, I want to say this before I say anything else. Before I say anything else, I do want to say at the very end of the day, I don't agree with most of the things that Jocelyn says. I don't agree with most of the things that Jocelyn do. However, I love Jocelyn like as a person because she's just her. She doesn't like you see how I said I don't agree with her. She's the type of person she doesn't care that somebody doesn't agree with her. She's gonna do whatever she wants to do. So I always love and respect people like that. So even if I'm about to talk shit, it's coming from a place of bitch, I wouldn't have did none of that nut shit, but I fuck with you because you stand on your shit. Now that I got that out the way. Jocelyn Hernandez got into an altercation with Big Lex. Now, Big Lex used to be on her show, Jocelyn's Cabaret Season 2. And on the show, they were fine. Honestly, on the show, Big Lex was kind of being a dick rider. I'm not going to lie. I liked Big Lex from the beginning, but I was like, okay, you're riding Jocelyn's dick a little too hard. And I don't know why, because you don't need to. Like, you already started. Like, had you not, like, been a dick rider or whatever, you would have been extra cool in my book because you already went viral from the fucking double homicide thing. So you already had your own little, buzz going on in personality. And then once you started once the show went on and Big Lex was just it just seemed like everything that she was just behind Jocelyn, like whatever moved, like I feel like she didn't even need to fight that girl Aqua. She fought that girl Aqua just because of she coughed in Jocelyn's direction. Like that fight was so dumb. Even though I really didn't fuck with Aqua like that, that fight was dumb too. But on the show, they were good. It wasn't until the reunion where Big Lex and Jocelyn, had beef or whatever. It was some shit going on Instagram, a whole bunch of back and forth. Big Lex came out with a song, and in the song, she insinuated that Ballistic, Jocelyn's, might be her fiance, might be her pimp too. Who knows? Jocelyn, man, Ballistic. Big Lex alleged that he was like trying to fuck her or whatever when she was on the show and still afterwards. So, excuse me. So, what happened? I'm trying to make sure I tell the story. Okay, so they were beefing at the reunion. Jocelyn threw a candle holder at Big Lex and they were gonna fight, but security broke it up, so they never fought. It still was a little bit of internet shit back and forth. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes, they were talking shit about each other to mutual friends and shit, and it was getting back and forth. I'm pretty sure that had this beef just stayed at the reunion and nobody talked shit behind the scenes, nobody posted anything on Instagram, it would have died down and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. So both parties were talking shit. The beef was still relevant, so they saw each other last night at the Mayweather versus Gotti fight that was on Zeus Network. Now, I think it was on Zeus. Yeah. Okay. If it wasn't, whatever. Y'all watched it. It was last night. And after the fight, I believe they saw each other backstage and an all out fucking brawl ensued. They're it is 9:34 on June 12th. Okay? And since last night, June 11th, there have been 5 different camera angles that have been released of this fight. And each camera angle makes me look at Jocelyn a little bit more iffy with each angle. I'm like, Jocelyn, what the hell? You just had that video, or there was just a video out where you were crying after your performance about you doing a performance off cocaine, for the first time in a long time. And last night, girl, if this girl, now either cocaine withdrawal is a motherfucker, or you was on some last night. Because the look in your eyes, especially when they had that close up footage of fucking Joseline smacking that one white, I think he was white. It was a light skinned man. He was turning red, but she was smacking that security guard in his face repeatedly. He was just standing there taking them shits as he should. No, let me rephrase that. She shouldn't have put her hands on him. But I'm just saying, like, that just tells me her slaps was some bitch slaps, because he was taking them shits like they were nothing. Like a little kid was slapping him on the top of his head or something. But I digress. The look on her face, like especially on that clip, is, girl, now. One of my favorite YouTubers talked about this today on her live. Her name is Bondi Blue on YouTube. Go subscribe to her channel and go join her membership and all that other stuff. But she talked about this on her live today. She said that boxing is, all, like the energy within an arena where somebody is boxing is demonic and it could shift, right? And I'm glad she talked about that, because I always say shit like that. I always say, like, listen, as soon as I walked in there, that energy was very dark. I felt suffocated. I did not want to be there, so I left. Like, I am that person, y'all. I am that person. As fun and outgoing and bubbly and hood and all this that I am very spiritual, and I am very connected to myself. And if I walk in a room and the energy is dark and I feel like I'm suffocating and I start feeling like I'm hearing something tell me to go, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So when Bondi said that, it just reminded me of my feelings, when I go into certain places and I'm like, I cannot be around this energy. This is not good energy. This is not good. And also her bringing that up, like, think about it, y'all. Think about when you're literally in the middle of a conflict. And even if the conflict has nothing to do with you, it's just people around you are in conflict. Don't your nerves get bad? Even if you don't get angry, you don't have to get angry like them. But don't your nerves get a little bad? Don't you get nervous? Like, you have some type of feeling when you're in that moment or around people, arguing or fighting. Like, you feel some kind of way. It might not be fear. It might not be sadness. It might not be anything bad you feel, but you do feel anxious. You're like, the energy is heightened, right? So that just applies to what Bondi was saying, as far as they're in a boxing ring. The energy is already intense. These men are punching on each other. People are rooting for them to whoop each other's ass. So it's very, like, even though it is fun, it's very like violent energy, right? That violent energy definitely transferred to Joseline and Big Lex. Even though Big Lex really, I feel bad for her, because she got toe up. And I'm not saying toe up in a funny way. She literally, like, they literally could have stopped and still walked away with, I guess you could say, a victory. They could have stopped. That shit was crazy. And I felt bad for Big Lex also, because it seemed like no one was there helping her. It seemed like there was either security guards barely doing anything, or people on Joseline's side getting their one in with Big Lex, while the security, like I said, is standing there barely doing anything, if they're even right there, even if they try. It wasn't fair from the jump. It wasn't fair. It wasn't. If we're being honest, they need, listen, I do not condone violence, but they do need to run one. They need to run a head up. RP to my baby Marcus, because he would have said, I need to get my head up. They need to get the head up. Joseline and Big Lex need to square up, bare knuckles, no boxing glove. No, they need to fight. Them bitches need to take their wigs off, and they need to fucking take their shoes off and fight in the middle of a field of grass. Then we'll know who the fuck can fight. Both of y'all come in cornrows, barefoot, in some comfortable clothes, and knuckle up for real. See, when I see fights like that, then I could tell you, oh, that person won. All these fights where they're windmilling and, like, listen, especially on Zeus, because we talking about Zeus. Look at every single fight on Zeus. Tell me one female that really squared up with each other, and as soon as they started hitting each other, they kept their heads up. They kept their heads up and was digging in the other bitch shit. No. Every single fucking fight is they square up, they run towards each other like fucking rams, okay? They damn near headbutt each other, grab each other's wig, weave, cornrows, whatever, head, shirt. They grab something, and with the other hand, they start trying to hit you, and they start hitting on the top of the head because both of y'all face is down. Granted, I get it. Y'all not trying to fuck up y'all face. However, y'all bitches started the fight. Y'all want to fight, right? So fight. Fight. And if you're going to have a little bitch fight like that, neither one of y'all need to say y'all won because that's not a real fight. Y'all just playing around. It's like two sisters just getting into a little scuffle. You really don't say the other person won because they sisters. It's whatever. Like, that's how the fights are. So I say that to say that's how the fight could have been with Joseline and Big Lex. Like a little windmill real quick. Everybody wanted to see them meet up with each other. You already know. None of y'all can act innocent. When you know two people got beef with each other, you kind of hope that they run into each other to see what would happen. Okay. So it was bound to happen. They was bound to see each other. They saw each other. Now, instead of it just being Big Lex and Joseline fighting, no, it was Big Lex fighting a whole slew of people. She ain't know who the fuck was hitting her from what direction. So that bitch took her shoe off and started whopping just around. Then the security guard grabbed Big Lex's arm. So one of her arms is grabbed by a grown ass man. She's trying to get Joseline, starts choking her from above. It's a lot going on in them videos, y'all. It is a lot going on in those videos, y'all. Give me a second. Let me drink some water. But for real, like Big Lex didn't stand a chance. As I don't care how tough you think you are in a situation like that, she didn't stand a chance. So her getting mauled down like that, I would never say, oh yeah, she got beat up. Like as far as Joseline won and Joseline's the victor, and no, that girl got attacked by grown men. Melissa the Dyke, or I'm sorry, the stud, and some I think some guy, another guy, like I think he was a gay guy. And then that now we know that Yummy was hitting her too. So it's like Big Lex was jumped. So it was never a fair fight. So if Joseline or anybody on her team take that as a victory, I don't respect y'all at all, because that was not a victory. If me and my team supposedly quote unquote won in that manner, that's not a victory to me, and we're not claiming that. Y'all jumped that girl. Her fucking titties is out. Her pussy bride was out. Her shoes off. Her wig off. She looked crazy, and it looked like she was in there by herself. There's another angle where this guy was like, hey, who with her? Who with her? Talking about Big Lex. Because, yeah, it looked like nobody was there with her. Everybody was letting Joseline do what she wanted to do, or jumping in, too. Like, that was crazy. Joseline was stomping through the security guard, stomping Big Lex. The security guard really wasn't trying to grab like nobody was grabbing Joseline. Everybody was grabbing Big Lex, and nobody was grabbing Joseline. She was able to go around and blah, blah, blah. Go around and do this and do that. Girl. And you think you won? That girl was getting held down by grown ass fucking men, and you in between they fucking legs like a little kid, fucking kicking her in her chest and shit. Joseline, you're not tough. That is not a win. That is not. Come on. Hold on. Let me get some more water. It's like no, but on some real stuff. Like Joseline, that was whack. That was whack. And Ballistic, you yell in females' faces too fucking much and too aggressively. Because if I was Big Lex, she's sitting there looking up, arguing with you like she all discombobulated. Bitch, I would have decked you in your fucking mouth yelling at me like that. I would have felt threatened. A grown man, I'm a woman, and a grown man is yelling at me in my face in that manner. I would have defended myself. Yes, I would have had to defend myself. I would have socked him in his fucking teeth. She's sitting down Mind you, she still don't got her shirt on, her wig off, her shoes off. She looked discombobulated. She's sitting down, probably trying to catch her breath, get her life together. And he just come yelling, like screaming like an animal in her face. Oh, listen. Or I would have stood up and headbutted him in his chin so he bite his fucking tongue and he would have bit his tongue off probably. As hard as I would have did that. You want to talk? You want to yell? Keep chomping, keep yelling, keep sticking that tongue out, that white ass tongue with all that bacteria on it. Cause y'all been smoking blunts and sniffing coke and drinking alcohol all night. Ain't not one cup of water around y'all. Y'all tongue is white and it stink. And you yelling in my face, y'all, I would have headbutted him from underneath for him. Y'all, that made me so mad because he did that. He did that at the reunion to her too. And honestly, the way he yells at her and the way he gets like mad the 2 times that we've now saw, he wants to probably fuck the shit out of that girl. Joseline too. They probably want to have a threesome with her, and the fact that she declined them they probably pissed them off because the way he yelled at her was just too much. It was like, you care too much, sir. You care too much, or you're too high. One of them. Because if you were sober, for real, and if you were a real man and sober, you would have been like trying to get your girl, trying to see where your girl was at and make sure Joseline was good. You stayed behind like a fucking pussy, yelling at this girl while she just got beat up. She just got beat up. If y'all want to take that W, remember? She just got beat up by your crew, by your side. Y'all won. Why you come now while she discombobulated and yell in her face as a grown-ass fucking man? You so fucking high yeller that you was yelling at her and your fucking skin turned pink. You look like a pig. Ballistic, I'm gonna need you to stop yelling in females' faces, boo. Please. Because on the show, you are cool as shit. Until you start yelling at females. Get that shit together. That is crazy the way you yell at a female in her face like that. That is very abusive. I need you to know that that's what that looks like from the outside looking in. You look abusive. I'm scared of you. I would never want to be around you. Now, on some real shit, Ballistic, please stop yelling at girls like that, because that's crazy. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga, you seem like you cool any other time. If that was me, I said I would have socked you in your mouth. Please do not yell at me like that. Please do not yell at me like that, sir. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. And like I said, you've been smoking blunts all night, sniffing coke, drinking alcohol. Your tongue is white and there's mad bacteria on it. Please get out my face. Because you know when niggas yell like that, they are spitting. Like there's no way that a nigga can yell the way he was yelling and not spit. His mouth was wide open. His words were coming out. He was pushing them shits out of his mouth. I know he spit in that girl's face a little bit. And that's another reason, a thing that would have made me headbutt him from underneath for him. Okay. But that fight was crazy, y'all. Like, I'm pretty sure if you go on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, and just type Joseline versus Big Lex, it's everywhere. That shit has gone viral. It's everywhere. It's easy to find. Like, just please just do a little quick search and watch it. Okay. I hope y'all watched it before y'all listen to this, because if y'all watched it first, y'all would have been able to enjoy this even more. But so for those of y'all who know Joseline from when she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, do y'all remember when she told Tommy, "See you in jail, bitch"? Y'all remember when Joseline told Tommy that? Well, she in fact will see Tommy in jail, bitch. They're gonna be in the same cell with each other, or cell neighbors. So Joseline was arrested for touch or strike / battery / domestic violence, for touch or strike / battery, for trespassing unoccupied structure or conveyance, y'all. I know how to read, I promise. And resist officer, obstruct with violence. So Joseline was erected. So Joseline was arrested on 4 battery charges. She told Tommy, "See you in jail, bitch." And she will be seeing Tommy in jail, bitch. That is crazy how them tables be turning, don't they? Joseline. See, that's the thing, y'all. Like, I love Joseline's personality. Like, Joseline just don't give a fuck. She's authentically her. Like, it is what it is, right? So I respect Joseline for who she is, like, and being 100% behind herself. However, shit like this, Joseline, is fucking crazy, my nigga. On some real shit. Shit like this is crazy. You look like you were higher than the Cooter Brown, as Kaya would say. Okay? Higher than the Cooter Brown. Terrorizing that place. Like Joseline, you look like a monster. You look like that one meme where it's that wrestler coming out doing his walk down and he looks like he's like, I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He walks out extra strong, like, and angry, and he's like stomping and moving his neck like he don't got no neck muscles. Like, y'all know what video I'm talking about. Joseline literally looked like that, looking around, just looking for shit. And let me tell y'all something. That girl that threw her drink on Joseline, she threw her drink on Joseline because Joseline pulled her hair. Yeah. Yeah. For everybody talking about, oh, what y'all talking about? Yeah, y'all talking about, oh, that girl threw a drink on Joseline. That's why the people chased after her and blah, blah, blah. No, Joseline was looking crazy, looking for her next fucking victim on a rampage. And she seen that girl's hair and she pulled it and then just went another direction. The girl turned around and threw her drink. And then Joseline felt that. So she turned around again and started going after the girl. Please watch the videos. Argue with your mama. Please watch the videos, then argue with your mama. Because I see some of y'all in the comments on these social media platforms saying that the girl shouldn't have threw her drink. That's why. No, 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 no. The girl threw her drink because Joseline pulled her hair. Go watch the video. And if I'm wrong, show me the proof and I'll come back and say I'm wrong. I really don't give a fuck. From what I remember right now at 9:52 is Joseline pulled that girl hair. She turned around through the drink. Joseline turned around and yeah. So argue with your mama. But yeah, y'all, like, if you don't like violence and all that other stuff, I don't like it either. For real, I really do not like being around chaos, confusion, violence, anything bad. Like, I do not like being around it. Um, like something like this, I would have been in the furthest corner, just sitting there watching all this happen and planning my exit. Because I do not like being around stuff like this. It gets me anxious. It makes my nerves bad. I get nervous. I feel like somebody's going to hit me. Like, y'all, I'm not going to lie. As tough as I am, right? I'm also a big, not, I wouldn't say a scary cat, but I really do not like violence. Like when people are fighting around me, y'all, I get nervous and I really think one of them is going to try to attack me. And then I'm going to go crazy. Like, for real. Y'all really want to get to know me? That is the real me. I do not like being around violence. I get scared because I feel like somebody is going to hit me. And am I scared that they're going to whoop my ass? No, I'm scared that you're going to hit me. And now I have an unnecessary charge because I was minding my business. So anytime a fight breaks out or stuff like that, y'all will see me go to the back of the crowd. I do not want to be close up on nobody fighting because I've been in a fight before. I see nothing but just shit I want to hit. Okay? So if you're in my way and I start punching, if I punch you in the face, I don't care. So, me knowing that about myself, I'm not going to hold somebody else to a higher standard if I know that I will just be swinging bitch if I'm fighting. So I know a bitch going to just swing when she fight. So I'm going to go to the back of the bus. I'm going to go to the back of the crowd. I'm going to go to the bike to Cali because I knew. So like I wouldn't have been, I don't like being around shit like that. That is why like people were saying I should have auditioned for Baddies East. No, that is all that show is about, is fighting and conflict. And no, I just want to come on there and be the funny friend. The funny real bitch. That is my personality, and that's the role I want to play on shows. That is the character I would like to play. I would like to play myself. I would like to play the funny real bitch. Everybody be cool with her because she cool with them. I respect y'all, respect me, and we cool. I'm gonna make you laugh. We're going to chop it up and I'm going to go mind my business. Whatever you got going on, I'm not getting in between. I fuck with both of y'all. Do not talk about each other to me. I don't give a fuck. That is me. That is me. That personality is really not good for TV because it's too calm. But also, people don't like the calm and they like to test the calm. Please do not get this storm stirred up, ho, because there is a reason why I'm so calm. I need y'all to remember that. When you see people that are just calm and they don't really react to things how you thought they would react, and they just be like, whatever, or I'm over it, it's not that big of a deal. Those are the people to be scared to make mad. You should appreciate and feel honored that person is choosing to just get the fuck over whatever you did to piss them off or to cause them to have an inconvenience. Okay. That is why I would not be good on one of those shows. I feel like I'm gonna come in, try to be cool with everybody, be respectful, let everybody know, like, look, I respect y'all, respect me, let's get lit. I'm not here for none of the bullshit, right? It's everybody in my face is going to agree, like, yeah, cheers, da-da-da, shot o'clocks, baddie, shot o'clock, right? And then the producers going to say, yo, she's too calm and blah, 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 blah. We saw her Instagram. She's a little tough, blah, blah, blah. So test her, see what she'll do. Then y'all test me, and now y'all got the cops at this fucking mansion because I didn't burn it down. I burnt all her suitcases, and I threw her in the pool with her burnt up suitcases. I burned all of her wigs in the master suite tub. I pulled a left eye on y'all in that house because y'all wanted her to test me because I was boring. Y'all got y'all entertainment now, don't y'all? This is what y'all wanted, right? To use y'all insurance money? Nah, I got a couple charges. Now I'm going to jail. Now I'm getting sued. Now, you get what I'm saying? So, me knowing that I am that person, me knowing that is that's not even what am I trying to say? The situation I just described doesn't even come close to probably what I'd really do. that was just what I could think of real quick. But that is why I stay in my bubble, I stay in my lane, I mind my business. That's not good for TV, y'all. It's not. When I get into my funny bag and I say my jokes and I do my little 1-2, say my little punchlines, that is good for TV, but the attention will most likely be on the bitches with the conflict and the bitches that are fighting. That will not be me. Because if a hoe try me, I guarantee y'all it's going to be a one and done. I will be known as the girl who came in and did her boop, boop, boop and left. I'm leaving. Or they cut a check. Okay? If I ever end up on Zeus Network, I need somebody to find this audio. I did my boop, boop, boop if I ever had to and left. And if I didn't leave, they cut a check. Okay? Because that will be in my contract. If I have to fight, y'all are paying me. Yes. Yes, sir. Which they probably wouldn't agree to, and I would never be on the show. You see? And I'll be home at peace. I'll be home at peace. Okay. But that's really all I got with the Joseline shit. I need y'all to go watch it. If you get bad anxiety or whatever from watching stuff like that, please don't watch it because it is very chaotic and it's very confusing. Like, you're going to have to watch it a couple times to figure out what's going on. So if you're not good with stuff like that and that makes your nerves bad and makes you feel some type of way, don't watch it, okay? But I want to thank everybody for listening to the Need Some Sugar podcast. Make sure you're following the podcast Instagram at SUGGAH podcast. That is Sugar Podcast on Instagram. You can follow my personal Instagram page at Sugarna, SUGGAHNA. Make sure to share this, comment, like it, do whatever you got to do. Subscribe to the podcast. Your subscriptions really do help keep the podcast going. I know I don't get on as consistently as I said I would. However, y'all, if I'm being serious, I want to make sure I have shit to talk about. I don't want to just get on here and run my mouth. Even though I do that, but I'm just saying, like, I want to have a reason to want to pick up my mic and plug it in and record. You know what I mean? I don't just want to get on here and say, oh, I got to drop an episode on Sunday, because then I'm like, my mind isn't I feel like I'm forcing myself to talk about stuff. Like this whole thing with Joseline, it was just a natural conversation with us. You see, that's the whole point of my podcast. It's just for us to talk. Just for us to talk. Y'all don't heard me drink water. Y'all hear that, my allergies are acting up. My throat is very, very scratchy. And yeah, I got a little bit of phlegm that I'm trying to cough up. So it's kitchen table talk. I've been told y'all that, but I'm running my mouth too much. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Share this. Let everybody know your favorite podcast is the Need Some Sugar podcast. You listen to the Need Some Sugar podcast every time you're sad, every time you're happy, every time you think about anything. You listen to the Need Some Sugar podcast. Okay? All right. Thank you. Bye.